They're set for the running of race 2. The gates have sprung. They're racing. She left brilliantly once again. Madame Torio making a beeline straight for the rails. Bennett clears them comfortably. Sunny Silk went up there on the outside into second spot after the start from Time Scale. Brooklyn Pier. All day session goes 2 walks, and settling down a clear last is Captain Charmaine at the 650 before the home turn, and the Flying Filly leads the Madame Torio. She's a length and a half on Sunny Silk, capped outside of Time Scale. They're being tracked up in turn behind them. Brooklyn Pier, but Stevie Parnham's at work, about to extricate it 3 deep, followed further back by Goes 2 Walks, then All Day Session. Last is Captain Charmaine. It's Madame Torio that led them past the 250. Here's Brooklyn Pier erupting on the outside though. Time Scale got off the leader's back. On the outside, Brooklyn Pier from Time Scale as they'd raced inside the last 100. Brooklyn Pier's going better than Time Scale. All interest in that battle for third, but it's a winning return for Brooklyn Pier over Time Scale. From last, getting through the middle, Captain Charmaine. Grabbing third from Sunny Silk. All Day Session goes 2 walks, and back behind those, tailing out last after leading into the straight, Madame Torio. Brooklyn Pier. Steve Parnham is the winner of the Old Mate Sports Bar and Eatery Handicap. First up returns here this Magnus 3-year-old from the yard of Neville Parnham. Always mapped to get that lovely run in behind what was going to be a cracking pace set by Madame Torio, regardless of the outcome. And Steve just eased back, called upon him, and really started to rev him up after he'd got off the back of Sunny Silk shortly after heads had turned. Went past Time Scale. She was able to manage her way off the fence in behind Madame Torio. Captain Charmaine from the back has run through the middle to grab third, with All Day Session first up as well after being back rearward and finishing on. But too sharp, Brooklyn Pier. That's now its 3rd win from 6 outings by Magnus out of Top Show. A strata mare that also had been prepared by the Parnham stable, owned by Nev and Carolyn Parnham, Bobby Pearson and Mike Fagan. Also B.E. Williamson, along with Santo Walliardo, Bill Biggs, and the SmartNet Investments managed by Paul Cook. Steve Parnham aboard the winner. Brooklyn Pier first up. Second placing, going the way of Time Scale by press statement from before the present, Simon Miller, Patrick Carberry. And a third, Captain Charmaine. Number 6 by Magnus as well from Charmaine, Roy Rogers, William Pike. And fourth, number 4, All Day Session. So the margins are 1 1/4 by 1 length. 57.86. They were absolutely zipping along, and 33.78 is the closing 600. 57.86, 33.78. The sectional there, and that is a fabulous victory here by Brooklyn Pier. Not just the win, but also for Bruce Williamson, one of the part owners who sadly was laid to rest yesterday. So this is going to be a fairly emotionally charged return to scale by Brooklyn Pier once the other owners are meeting after Bruce had lost his battle in the last week and a half and laid to rest yesterday at Pinaroo. And our thoughts certainly with the Williamson family, Wendy and everyone else involved, and all of his friends that are here today to witness the return of Brooklyn Pier, notwithstanding Neville Parnham, who's trained a fair few horses for Willow as well, as we head down to Britt Taylor.
Well said, Mac. Neville, a special victory here with Brooklyn Pier coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, obviously, Bruce Williamson was a part owner of the horse, and he passed away a couple of weeks ago, and he put him to rest yesterday, but one of nature's gentlemen, and very sad to see him go. A couple of his really good friends here, Gary Dickey and Neil Pinner, first in here to congratulate us. But it was obviously we just want to remember him as a great man. But onto the horse, and it's good to see that he's come back. He had a slight injury about a year ago, or not quite, but it's taken a bit of time. We've given him plenty of time to sort of recuperate, and he had a trial about a month ago, and he was come out of that pretty good. I was happy, but then he just sort of was that well in himself. He had a bit of slipped over in the car park there one afternoon and took a bit of skin off, and that's why he hasn't raced or trialled since. But he done plenty of work, and he's still improvement in him. Came in, had a gallop here on Tuesday morning, and Yeah, Stevie was really happy with him, but looks like if he holds up, he should have a good campaign.
Can you just detail a little bit more about that injury and what that recovery did look like?
Look, he had a small tear in his suspensory, and he actually pulled a little bit of sesamoid off with it, but gave him a good long spell. Had a lot of rehab work with it, but it sort of worked really well, and we're haven't had any issues with it. You know, we had it scanned a couple of times, and that part looked all right. So yeah, we've just kept pressed on, and hopefully there's more wins.
They're not the only one coming back from injury and a bit of rehab is your son Steve. Great to see him back in the winner's circle.
Yeah, he resumed last Saturday, and he'll be relieved to sort of get one on the board straight away. So hopefully he can stay in the saddle without any other injuries sort of occurring again. But he had a bit of a trouble with that collarbone, but he seems to be right back on track. But I'm sure he'll tell Scott.
Well, that's a perfect segue. Neville has just thrown it across to Scott. There we go.
And we always love chatting to Stevie Parnham. Stevie, I suppose it's horses like KC, like Brooklyn Pier, that make all that rehab worthwhile.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a bit of a long road to get back to full health, and fully rewarded today by the win of the horse, and an extra special moment as well for Bruce, of course.
And how are you going to remember Bruce?
Oh, look, he was a very special man. He'd do anything for anyone, and he was a good mentor in my life and did a lot for me. So it's one of the memorable wins, I'd say. Probably one I won't forget anyway.
Well said, Stevie. What about this horse, Brooklyn Pier? What sort of heights can he get to?
Look, he's very promising. He probably hasn't been able to show his full potential. He's had a couple of setbacks throughout his career, and he's in full health at the moment, and hopefully he can put a few wins together and aim for something a bit better later on.
Brooklyn Pier, Stevie Parnham, they all come back from injury better. Well done, mate.
That's it. Thank you.
They have indeed. Straight back to the winner's circle. Brooklyn Pier, Neville, Stephen Parnham. That one's for Bruce.